Today we're talking about this RGB light from GVM. It's $99, and if you're a budget filmmaker like myself, or I was, or I still am, then this may be interesting. Three things today. We're gonna do pros and cons about the light, and then next I'm gonna show you how I would use this light in this scene and how I would change the background and just kind of show you an example of A and B, how this is, you know, whitely lit scene versus a color RGB light scene. RGB lit scene. And then the last thing I'm going to show you is an example of a music video I'm currently working on. I actually used 3 of these lights because I got the 3-pack, which is I think like $365 if you get the 3-pack. This one currently is $99. You can get them as singles, doubles, and triples. So that's our day, but let's get into the pros and cons. Pro number 1 is its $99 price point for budget photographers, videographers. I think this is pretty accessible. Here is a 12 by 12 room, and you can see how bright this light actually gets. It's not bad. I'm happy with it. Pro number 2 is the range of the light. Right now, this room is at 5600 Kelvin. It goes down to about 3200 Kelvin, which is a warmer tone. But the star of the show is the RGB features. Double tap the back of the light and you're able to go into saturation, and then the hue, which allows you to change the colors of the light. Pro number 3, this light is actually portable, which is kind of cool. You're able to power it via Sony NPF batteries. The batteries do not come with the light. The fact that this light is portable, I was able to put it into random places and I wasn't constrained to having it tied to a wire. So let's move on to cons. Build quality for me is kind of subpar. I feel like the knobs could be a little bit better. I always find myself having to retighten them over time. They loosen up and I do find myself constantly trying to tighten them up. The light stand to me is kind of cheaply made, and because it is a budget light, I'm willing to look past it, but I do end up putting it on a better C stand, and eventually I just kind of not use the light stands. But I do wish they could have done a better job on the knobs. So that's it for the pros and cons. Let's jump in and change the background of the scene. Right now I have one overhead light lighting me and the GVM backlighting my scene. All right, we're gonna start off at 5600 Kelvin, which is closer to daylight. And let's just mess around with some of these hues. Right now we have kind of a bluish, purplish tone, back to sort of a lighter tone. Maybe go into some of the greens a little. Bluish, turquoise. There's green. Green's kind of interesting with this background, kind of like it. And then we're going to probably end up going into Gerald Undone territory. So here we are. That's it. Here's an example of a music video that I'm currently working on for my band side project. Music project. I'll shamelessly plug this music in the description, but I wanted a 1 gimbal shot where the main character was walking through different points of light through the hallway, and I scattered these GVM lights randomly across the room so you would see the main character kind of walk through this rainbow of light, because she picks up her camera and she takes the picture and she's transported into the other scene. Here's another example using the red hue of the GVM 800D. It's basically on the ground shining up and there is a strobe flashing, and I'm basically pushing into the subject here and you can see that it's kind of giving off this creepy vibe. Here's another example using the blue hue with some fog and some strobe. The main character is getting up and actually turning on the GVM light, and she turns red in the middle of the scene to change the mood of whatever she's looking at. So hands down, this is definitely worth $99 if you are a budget filmmaker. If you're just starting out, I definitely like having it in my arsenal. All right guys, that's pretty much it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Thank you to all the new subscribers and all the engagement that's happening in the comments section. I'm super stoked that the channel is actually growing. I'll talk to you guys in the next video.